Hello, back in my sewing room, or bringing you back to my sewing room. I hardly ever leave. I'm answering another question today. I forget who asked the question. The questions have been coming in so fast, and I try to answer all of them by demonstration. I know that I understand things better when somebody demonstrates it to me rather than to say, do it like this, and then you're supposed to comprehend it. I like to show people how to do it. The question was, how do you add small items to your quilts? And I assume she means like the chest design, the little small heart design, chest design on a t-shirt, or baby clothes, or anything that's smaller than my 14 by 14 inch square. This piece was actually cut to go on to this quilt, but I had cut too many. I needed 25 and I had cut 26. But this shirt has got to go on the quilt. It's a very special, has very special meaning to this couple. The wife tragically was killed in a car accident last year, and this absolutely has to be added to the quilt. So I'm adding it to this quilt, and I have found this voided area right here, where the bottom of the shirt meets the sashing, the strip along the bottom of the shirt, and I think that I can get it to fit right here, and that's what my aim is, to get it to fit. So I suggest anything small that you want to add to a quilt, and let me find my scissors. Anything small you want to add to your quilt, cut it a little bit further around the design than necessary, so that this is Heat and Bond Light. It is the purple or pink label. I can't remember. I think it's, well, here it is. It's like the purple label. The red label is not compatible with sewing on your sewing machine. It is a permanent bond, and it will mess up your needle. It will gum up your needle. It will make a mess. So we're going to use this Heat and Bond Light, and we're going to cover this shirt, back side of the shirt, and no steam. I get my Heat Bond Light through, most of the time, through Amazon, and occasionally I get it at Joann's. At Joann's, it's $2.99 a yard, or that's what it was last time I got it. It may have went up, but it's $2.99 a yard. When they run it 60% off, and then you have one of those coupons that you get like 20% off your total purchase or whatever, you get a good deal on it then. And I buy it by the bolts. I do not buy it by the yard. Hobby Lobby does, they only carry it by the yard. They carry it in pre-cut packages, and it's very expensive that way. But you can use your 40% off coupon. But you go through, if you're going to add a lot of small things to a quilt, you will be shocked at how fast you go through Heat Bond. But Amazon also will have a seller that will be have a good deal on it, like $35 for a whole bolt, and if you have Prime, it's free shipping. And I get it some way. Sometimes I get it that way. I buy probably 3 or 4 bolts a year. There's 35 yards on a bolt, so I go through over 100 yards a year. Okay, that's a small, well, I can carve it down just a little bit here at the top. You want to get it down, especially if you've got a small area that you're trying to put it in. You need to get it down just as small as you can. Also, cutting a t-shirt with a heat bond on the back, that's why I say cut it bigger than you need, so you can, the heat bond helps you get a good crisp edge when you cut it out. Okay, the next thing I do, and sometimes I do this step and sometimes I don't. Sometimes quilts have got so many pieces that are added onto it after it's put together that I put the heat bond on it, but I don't iron it down, because I just don't take the time to do that. But one thing the heat bond does, besides make it possible for you to iron it down is it keeps the edges from rolling up. It takes away the stretch of the shirt, so it makes it a lot easier to sew it down even without ironing it on. So I think I've got this. This is shirts of places they had been and things like that, and so he wanted this shirt added to the big quilt. He got a baby, full, and a queen, and this is the queen. Let's see. It's not going to fit. So we had to find another spot. Sometimes down here at the bottom corner, you'll find a nice big area, especially if it's got a sashing, another sashing around the quilt. You have a big area there. Looking over here to see where I can put this. Let's try this spot right here. It's not going to fit well, but he knows what these shirts say on them, and this is part of the memory, so I am going to put it right here. I like to rough up the edges of my fabric that's got the heat bond on it, and it just pulls right off. Make sure it's right side up, and you can put it, I'm going to put it like this to keep from messing up too much of each shirt. It's just important that it's on here. That's the most important part of this. And I am using steam to penetrate through the shirt, through the heat bond, all the way through. And I'm not running my iron around on it like I was ironing something, because it's best just to hit it and move. Okay, I think that's on there well enough. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do this part. Take it to the machine, and I just top stitch. Just a straight stitch, just top stitch around it, keep it on there, and I've done this 10,000 times, so I know it works. And so that's how you add small pieces to your memory quilts. And I wish I'd looked to see who asked the question. Hope this answers your question. And if you have any other questions, the questions have been coming in. When I first started my YouTube channel, nobody ever responded. Nobody ever asked a question. Nobody made a comment. And now all of a sudden in the past week, the comments have been just pouring in. And my subscribers have just been every day I get up, and I've had like 3 new subscribers, and I really appreciate that. I don't think what I do is interesting, but apparently some people do. Let me show you what I made last night. This is the second one I've made. This is, and I know it's probably going to show it to you backwards, but this is absolutely gorgeous. I'll have to have one of these myself. It says, "Because he bends down to listen, I will pray as long as I have breath." And it's got the little dandelion on here and some pieces of the dandelion going across. I'm going to do this in other sayings too, but this one is an order. It's got to go, I believe it's going to Georgia. Yes, going to Georgia. And I went out and bought this beautiful California King quilt, cut it up. It made 7 pillows. I top stitched around and left the top open. Put my pillow down in there after I did my embroidery, and I've got another one of those right here. Actually, I got 2 more. And I did my embroidery separate. Put it on the pillow. This is just a basting stitch to hold my fabric to my stabilizer, but I will remove this, and it won't look like that. I've got another one over here that I've already removed that basting stitch, and you can see needs ironing, and I just top stitched this on, and then I sewed 3 sides, and leave the top or the bottom or the side, whichever one you want to do, open. Put your pillow in there, and then go back, and you have to kind of push the pillow in, sew a couple of inches, push the pillow in, but you want it to fit good and tight and not be sloppy in. So this is a good, firm, nice pillow. I've got 2 more of those made, and I'm going to put those out in my shop. I've got a small shop just next door, and that's where I put my finished products. And that's all that's in that shop is finished products. And so I will put these 2 that I've got made over there. Probably do a pretty gift wrapping, a clear bag gift wrapping for them. Put a bow on them. It'd be a nice gift for someone. I sell these for $30. And this embroidery design I think takes an hour to do. And absolutely turns out gorgeous. So I've made this last night. So far this week I've made this quilt that you see. I've made his full and the baby size one. I've made 2 Christmas trip around the worlds, and the week is not over for me yet. It will not be over until Sunday afternoon. I counted out that I had 10 quilts to do with Thanksgiving, and I've made 5 of those. And when I recounted, I still like 7. So I don't know where I got my math, but anyway, I still got 7 to do before Thanksgiving. Everything else will fall after I get back from my daughter's house for Thanksgiving and finish up all the other orders that I have. And I've got, I think I've got 4 more Santa bags to do. Took a late order on those of only 20. And I think I like 4 more of those, having those finished. But that is how you apply small pieces, extra pieces to your memory quilt. The best way that I have found to do this. Thank you all so very much. Hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you don't. Any attention is worth something. And hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell beside the subscribe button, and that will let you know anytime I have a new video coming up. And my next video, I'm going to show you how to do a perfect machine applique. Thank you. Bye-bye.